Hi, my name is Timothy Williams. So, a couple weeks ago, I actually put out my very first video. It was about relationships. It's all about relationships. And so I asked my sons, I said, okay, hey, what do you think? Everybody said, oh, it was great. You did a good job. You did a good job. And then I asked the question that, you generally don't ask unless you're ready to hear the answer. I'm like, what do you really think about it? And how would you change it? And they're like, really, Dad? I said, sure, yeah, just give it to me. Everything you say, I'm going to say, done, son. I'm going to make the change. He said, well, I didn't like the colors. Your colors were kind of like way off. Okay, done, son. Said, I didn't like your background. It was like you were in prison, It just wasn't a good look. Okay, no problem. Done, son. He then said, you're not on social media, nowhere. People don't know who you are. You need to put out a video first to tell people what you're about, who you are, what you do. They don't know that you run a 501c3 nonprofit called Invest in Youth for young men. They don't know that. They don't know that you've written a couple books, and one specifically on marriage, your latest one. They don't know that. They don't know that you have co-created an app that brings people together. And that should be coming out soon. They don't know that. They know nothing about you because you're nowhere. So you need to put something out that, so people can understand who you are and why you speak the way you speak, or, the content that you have. So, okay, no problem. Done, son. And then he said something that, alerted my daddy's ears, So, and this is something that was internal. So he said, but the content, Dad, the content was awesome. I mean, it was so good that it kept me wanting more. I actually learned something new. So in the daddy's brain, I'm like, you learned something new? What? I've modeled this. I taught this all my life. This is what you've seen. How is that you're learning new stuff? What is that all about? Again, this was internal talk to myself. But then I thought about it and I said, it took me a while to put the dots together, when I learn things, and especially when you're not in that situation. So neither of my boys are married, and of course they wouldn't understand the whole marriage process as of yet until they get into the thick of things, and then everything should come to them. So this video is an attempt to do some of the things that my son said to hopefully make it a little better. And I'm going to try and do this all in 5 minutes or less. So first thing, husband of one, father of two, wonderful wife. We've been married for 2 years. Well, it seems like it's 2 years, but it's been like 30-something years. It only seems like it's been 2 years because we're still enjoying each other. We're having a great time, having a lot of fun. Sometimes we actually just look at each other, hold each other, and we'll just bust out laughing for no reason at all. And just because we're kind of like just having a joyful relationship and having a great time. And then some days we'll feel guilty about being so happy and so joyful. And the guilt comes from knowing that others are not as happy in their relationship, but that they could be, because this thing that God puts together is just awesome. I mean, this marriage, once you really understand it. And so that's the thing. Okay, 2 boys. So I have 2 boys. I'm going to show you my sons here. Here are my 2 guys here. All right, now this, of course, is when they were very, very young. They are now grown men, doing some great things, helping out a lot of people, enjoying life, do a lot of traveling. This one actually was taken a couple of months ago, or actually last month. Doing a lot of traveling, doing a lot of great things, okay? Now tell my boys, since neither one of them married, that you guys are behaving selfishly, because you got a lot of love to give, a lot of wisdom. You guys are connected to God in such a special way. You help a lot of people out, but you're not sharing this with someone special. And so you're basically selfish. You're keeping it all to yourself. Give it out. Share it. Go find someone special. They give me the same thing that most young people give. All the good ones are taken. I can't find anyone that, really, enjoys life the way I do, because they're They're all out just out there. And so, I'm saying, hey, look, keep it in prayer. All right, so I digress quite a bit. So, okay, so nonprofit. Okay, so invested the letter N and then youth. It's a nonprofit working with specifically young men, train them up through a 2-year program to teach them how to be great men. Next thing is a couple books. So from my first book was really about mentoring, young boys and really training them. My second book, actually, the Lord inspired me and said, you're doing a lot on the back end, but let's try to get it on the front end, because children are basically a product of their parents and their environment. And so let's try and at least get that environment just right, the way I planned it. And so if you can help people do that, that would be great. And so, okay, and that actually birthed my second book, which is all about marriage. And from there, now I'm creating an app to bring people together, not from a hookup standpoint, but a lift up standpoint, something that they can really do. So it should be nice when it comes out. And so I think that's about it. I'm going to stop right there. All right, so you know about me. I think you know a little bit more. And hey, have a great day. Take care. Now, one more thing. I am going to get another video out to answer the question from my first video because I have to close that door. So I will do that shortly. Thanks a bunch. Everyone have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.